But that's kind of you, you know, coming from a different world kind of thing and trying to adapt to a whole new world. And you're what, 8 years old?
Yeah, 8.
Must have been quite difficult, but I know like you can make light of it now, like I punched his hand kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite aggressive, so like I didn't really, even though people tried to pick on me, no one physically did anything to me, and if they did, I always stood my ground, so didn't really suffer from bullying too much. It was more like just left out and that type of stuff. But again, I got a good family around me who kept me straight, I guess.
Has that kind of helped make you who you are somewhat? You know, those early days where maybe you did feel left out, you still got this solid core of your family, but, you know, having to kind of fight against, you know, you're a bit of an outsider.
Yeah, I mean, not to sound weird or anything like that, but my family didn't want me to box up until I won the ABAs. I remember my father got a phone call saying, "You know what your son just achieved?" He goes, "Nah." And they had no idea that I had won the nationals and the Tri-Nations and anything else after. But yeah, like I'm very used to just being independent, doing my own thing, chasing my own dream and seeing how far I can get. But now I've got my family's full support. I've got a good community behind me now.
Good. It's about time, right? I mean, but it feels like I've been following your career since you signed with, you know, Warren Boxing Management. It feels like you've had to show a lot of patience, and that's like been a constant theme in your life. Do you agree?
I do agree. I mean, coming from the amateurs to the professional ranks, I think I won the amateurs the fastest anyone has ever won it. Like in terms of winning the elites, I had 14 fights in 4 months. I turned over to the professional leagues and turned over at the worst possible time because it was COVID and everything. And yeah, I was getting like 4 fights a year or something like that, which again, I'm very fortunate to get 4 fights a year, but you know, there's a lot of waiting around. There's a lot of this, that, and I think that's what drove me crazy more than anything else. I just love to compete.
Well, hello. Welcome to London. Welcome to viewers joining us on Queensberry and TNT Sports social media feeds. It's September and the boxing season is well and truly back. So many big fights in the boxing schedule from now up until the end of 2024. Just a couple of weeks from now, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, Wembley Stadium, 96,000 people for the IBF World Heavyweight Championship. End of the year, December 21st, Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury, they run it back. They do it all over again in Riyadh for the unified world heavyweight titles. And these are fighters very much at the top end of the sport. Millions will be watching. But these fighters all have one thing in common. Well, they've got a few things. Obviously, they're massive and they're heavyweight champions or have been. But one thing that they all have in common is that they have all boxed at British boxing's spiritual home of York Hall. They have all boxed at where these gentlemen will be boxing on Friday night. We've got fighters here who are looking to get to the very top of the sport, and some of them aren't far away. The main event, the return of Sam Noakes, the unbeaten European, British, Commonwealth, WBO International lightweight champion. His hands are made of stone and he's from Maidstone. He takes on his mandatory challenger, the gentleman sat here, Gianluca Ceglia. And in chief support, the return of Masood Abdullah, 10 wins and no defeats. And he takes on the unbeaten George Stewart, the vacant Commonwealth featherweight championship on the line. It's a brilliant featherweight division as well in the country, as we well know. So we're live on TNT Sports from 7 o'clock on Friday. Let's have a chat to some of the fighters involved. Classic Friday night fights. And we're going to begin with the Commonwealth title fight. And we'll start with George Stewart. Great to see you, George. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I know it's great to be here.
Good to see you up on the big stage for what is essentially the biggest fight of your career.
Oh yeah, 100% the biggest fight of my career. Yeah.
Tell us how you're feeling about this one, George.
Very, very excited. Slightly nervous, but very excited to put on a good show, you know.
Now, you're the underdog. Masood Abdullah he's looking good right now, unbeaten in 10 fights. Seems to hit very, very hard as well. How are you feeling about Masood at the other end of the table here?
At the end of the day, the better man's going to win in the night, so we'll just see how it happens on the night.
Do you rate him? Good fighter?
I think he's a good fighter, yeah. That's why I took the fight, because I think I want to box the best and be the best, you know.
Well, yeah, that's a good point that you've raised there. You took the fight. So many people I keep hearing just say no to Masood Abdullah. The name gets presented, no thank you. But George Stewart said yes. Tell us a little bit more about why you saw that name and you thought, yeah, I'll have that.
Because I'm here to win the Commonwealth title and I'm not running like Nathaniel Collins down the road.
Feel free to interject there, Masood. He's just had a little dig at your mate Nathaniel Collins, if you want to say anything on that.
I mean, I said either fight or vacate, and you know what he did? He vacated. So again, thank you, George Stewart, for accepting the fight. Mm-hmm. I'm happy one Scotsman accepted. Yeah.
What are your advantages then, George? What makes you think that you have the beating of Masood Abdullah on Friday? Well, it's more for really I'm coming in as underdog. I've always been an underdog. It's not in my backyard, it's in his backyard. And I've seemed to perform a bit better more when I'm away than I'm at home.
So do you thrive when all the pressure's on the other fighter? Is that what you're thinking? Is all the pressure on him?
Yeah, all the pressure's on him.
And do you think that could work against him? He's the guy who's backed by TNT, backed by Queensberry, got all this fanfare around him. You think that could work against him?
Yeah, I think that's going to work against him.
Well, Masood, let's bring you in here. Big opportunity for you to make a statement, pick up that Commonwealth title. You got the silver title. Chance now to make it gold against an opponent who says all the pressure is on you.
I mean, for me, every fight, I feel like all the pressure is on me. So every fight, I treat it the same. I come in thinking my opponent is the best he could ever possibly be. And that's it. I'm expecting the best George, just like I expect the best Keza or the best Mark Leach. And let's see, I'm just here to dethrone whoever's in front of me and just, chop the tree down, hopefully go for a stoppage or points. I don't really care. I just want to win the fight.
How does George Stewart compare to your other opponents so far?
George Stewart looks very tidy. He's young, he's hungry. It's hard to say anything negative about the guy or anything mega positive. I don't know too much about him. I just know he's tidy. I know he's got a good jab, he's got a good backhand. And I know I'm going to punch him in his face. That's the only thing I do know.
Masood, you have a way with words, my friend. I came to see you in your gym a few weeks ago. I asked you, as I would, of course, your prediction for this fight. And I'm just going to read out for viewers at home and for yourself and for you, George, as well, what Masood's prediction was a couple of weeks ago. He said, hopefully, I punch him a bunch of times in the face until the ref stops it. Could you elaborate on that any more? Have you got any more you can give us?
I'm hoping to hit him either with my left hand or right hand enough times for the ref to go. I think that's enough. And I'm sure, George, sure you can say that as well. Yeah. Likewise about you to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like Sam Noakes or anyone else here.
Just part of it, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the most basic shit ever. Hit the guy enough times till, someone says stop.
So, George, how do you stop him hitting you so many times that the referee jumps in? He brings a lot of pressure. He's hit a lot of people a lot of times and managed to win by stoppage 7 times.
Use your face to block.
No, I think I'll use my hands to block or move my head. I'll use my boxing skill to keep out of the way.
Stylistically, George, what sort of matchup do you see here?
I think it's going to be a good top tear-up. I think it's going to be a good tear-up.
Sounds right up your street, Masood.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't had a fight since February, and I'm eager. I just want to hit something.
You've got away with words. He just wants to hit something. So, say you come through on Friday. Say you become the Commonwealth champion. What are the plans for Masood Abdullah? How do you see all of this going for you for the remainder of the year and into next year?
Well, just like any boxing on small horse shows or any other platforms, you want to box in Saudi. That's where I want to go to next. And, if God willing, if things go well my way, because you never know, a fight, anything could happen. George could hit me with the first shot and I could be out. Just likewise the other way around. I'm hoping once I do come over this, or if I do come over this, I can get that fight in Saudi. Possibly with Isaac Lowe, but, we got George to go through first.
Well, you certainly have. George, tell me this. What would it mean to you to become the Commonwealth featherweight champion?
Oh, it'd mean everything to me. I've treated every both my title fights, like a world title fight, and I've done the same with this one. So for someone to be like me from Inverness to win a Commonwealth, it would mean the world.
Do you have a message for your opponent, Masood Abdullah?
No, not really. Just see you on the night, like.
Masood, I'm looking to you here for a more intense message.
Hey, being respectful, Deb, mate. That's how you should be, isn't it?
No, that's correct. I mean, this is a sport where, you know, class is admired, and likewise as well, George. Looking forward to seeing you on the night. That's it.
Fantastic. Fair play, boys, says Sam Noakes.
Deb's got his little stone, hasn't he? You can see
You've
it.
got to try.
When he said in an interview with me previously, and he quoted it.
Got it all written down. I don't miss the trick. But brilliant fight. Commonwealth Featherweight Championship on the line. 2 unbeaten featherweights. Masood Abdullah, 10-0 against George Stewart, 7-0. Tune in TNT Sports on Friday night. Let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about the return of this gentleman here, Sam Noakes, unbeaten in 14 fights, taking on Gianluca Ceglia. Now, Gianluca has Monica here to translate. And anything nasty or vicious that Sam Noakes says, it will be translated, so he's not going to miss out on anything. But let's start with Gianluca here. Tell us how you're feeling about this fight. You're coming to the UK against a very tough opponent. Tell me what you think, Gianluca.
Ciao, buonasera a tutti. Sì, mi sento bene anche perché mi sto allenando da quando sono diventato campione d'Europa argento, quindi non mi sono mai fermato. Ho fatto 10 giorni di scarico, ma poi subito stavo là ad allenarmi ed aspettare la data per questo grande evento.
He has never stopped.
Have we got mic issues? Is that mic functional? Give it another go.
Hello? Hi. It's working. So he has never stopped training since the day he has won the European silver medal. And he's feeling really well and he feels confident about this fight.
Okay, how difficult of a challenge is Sam Noakes? He is unbeaten. He's knocked out. Only one person has gone the distance. How difficult of a challenge is this?
Lui non è stato mai stato sconfitto. Come pensi che sia un combattimento difficile per te?
Sicuramente sarà un bel combattimento perché Sam è un bel pugile, però io sono arrivato qua con tanta determinazione come ho sempre fatto, mi sono allenato con tanta serietà e quindi io venerdì sera darò il massimo sul ring.
He's sure that his opponent is well prepared, but at the same time he's very confident because he's been training and he's looking forward to this fight.
And has he seen any weaknesses in Sam Noakes?
Io credo che ognuno di noi ha un punto debole, come ce l'ha lui, ce l'avrò io. Poi questo qua lo vedremo venerdì sul ring, chi lo riuscirà più a mettere in pratica.
He thinks that everyone has a weak point and he believes that his opponent does have weakness, as he has as well, but this will be discovered on Friday.
Okay, and the final one, Sam Noakes has been able to knock out all but one of his opponents. You've only been stopped once. Do you think, and are you confident you can take his power?
Pensi che, considerando che lui non è stato mai sconfitto, pensi che tu puoi sconfiggerlo? Sei confidente?
Sono confidente sì, perché sennò qui non sarei proprio venuto, però può succedere di tutto nel match, può succedere un colpo a lui e può succedere un colpo a me. Quindi l'importante è che io sono venuto qua determinato di fare bene.
He's aware of the strength of his opponent, but at the same time he's very confident because otherwise he wouldn't have even showed up. So he's looking forward on Friday, and he's saying that he can knock him out as vice versa.
Okay, good stuff. Let's bring in the champion, Sam Noakes, the main event again. First defence of your European crown. You've got a lot of belts, and it's time to defend that European one. Tell us your thoughts heading into this fight, my friend.
Yeah, well, pretty much the same as him, to be honest, obviously. But, yeah, look, as we said, we've known about these fights literally since straight after the Mendy fight. So obviously I'm aware that he's been preparing for this fight. But listen, so have we. I'm coming back off a good win, looking dominant, not losing around. So, listen, Dave, it's the same old, isn't it? Another fight at the end of the day. So, looking forward to getting in there Friday and then just doing the business, really.
And that Yvonne Mendy win, I mean, it's like you're kind of disappointed, but also very happy, right? I mean, you went the distance for the first time. The streak is over, but nobody 120, 108 you've on Mendy. You did that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's a little bit bittersweet for me. I mean, it would have been nice to get a 12-round knockout, but he's a credit to himself, Mendy. He's a very tough man, and I know I've got a very tough man sitting to my left here as well. So he comes forward, I'll go forward. It's going to be a good fight, and I think, yeah, and we'll see how it ends.
He's been stopped once in his career, Gianluca here. That was 10 years ago, up at a higher weight. So I know you've talked about reigniting the knockout streak, but this is a tough man to do it against. You confident you can get that streak back going?
Yeah, I think I'm confident I can get it done, but I know it's not going to be easy. I know he's a tough, durable opponent. He's more experienced than I am, and obviously he's up for it. He sounds up for it. So, listen, Dev, as I said, 12 rounds is a long old time, so I've done it now. I don't want to do it again. I know that much.
How important is this fight in your career right now? Things have started moving very quickly. Within your last two fights, you became British champion, you became European champion. That suggests to me that there's bigger things on the horizon that could happen quite quickly. So how important is this fight?
Listen, it's a massive fight. I mean, he's a mandatory challenger, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not overlooking him. I'm not even looking past about opportunities that may arise after this fight. Currently, I'm just locked in on Friday. As I said, he's up for it. It's going to be a good tear up, Dev. I think you'll make sure you tune in, guys. But listen, I think all the talk is sort of coming to an end now. We've all done the hard work, and we will see on the night. But I ain't come this far to just come this far, Dev.
It's a great line, Sam. Listen, let's
very true and all, mate.
100%. Listen, this means a lot. This means a lot to Sam Noakes, and I see the Noakes.
Every fight does, though, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not in it. I'm not in it to be second best. Do you know what I'm saying? It's every fight, as Masood said, every fight's bigger than the last one, no matter on the opponent. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. Listen, and the Noakes brothers are dominating. Sean has got an English title. You've got all of the other titles, European title. You want to keep hold of this, so it means a lot.
Mate, winning's everything, isn't it? That's what we're in this sport for. We're in it to win. No one's going to be up here going, I'll be happy with second place. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
First or your last, really, isn't it?
Let's bring in Gianluca. Gianluca, you've had it translated what Sam Noakes has said there. He is looking to reignite his knockout streak on Friday, but you're confident you can take his power and come away with the win.
Ho visto gli avversari che ha sconfitto, erano bravi, ma non erano al mio livello però.
He said that he's seen his previous fighters, but he believes that your previous opponents were not as good as him.
What I'll say to that, though, is my previous opponent beat him. And then, that's all I'll say. You don't even got to add to that. Fair point.
Dobbiamo vedere, perché poi queste sono solo le parole.
He said that we will see because these are all words.
Yeah, no, but you started talking first, didn't it? I was happy to leave it. Yeah, we've been training hard, ready to go, but it's on Friday. We'll see Friday.
Ha detto che sei tu che hai iniziato a parlare, ma lo vedremo venerdì.
No, io non ho parlato, ho detto solo come stanno le cose.
He said he's not talking. He's just saying the facts.
Well, no, so I was just stating facts back, though, wasn't I? My last opponent beat you clearly. Like, that's not. We can get box rack up if you like. You know, that's not a lie, is it? That's a fact. I'm not lying, am I? Am I lying?
You know when you mess up.
E siamo a posto così.
He's like, all right, we will see.
I look forward to seeing Friday.
Lui non vede l'ora di vederti venerdì.
Love that unexpected needle here between Sam Noakes.
Dev finally got what he wanted. That's what it was. The spoon has worked.
I'll tell you what was interesting though. Gianluca did just give you a little wink there. He's game.
Look, he's up for it, man. I'm telling you, it's getting me excited. Him looking at me like that. We're ready. It's going to be a good tear up. It's going to be a good fight.
No, stiamo affrontando a vicenda, non lo sto minacciando.
He's confronting you.
Well, confront me Friday. We're at the press conference. He's up. Safe up.
Certamente.
For sure.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Gianluca. I'm looking forward to the face-off, by the way. Stick with us on this stream because these fighters will now be facing off. Friday, 7 o'clock, TNT Sports. We are back at British Boxing's spiritual home of York Hall. Join us from 7 o'clock, the main event, Sam Noakes, Gianluca Ceglia, European Lightweight Championship, and of course the chief support there. 2 unbeaten featherweights, Masood Abdullah, George Stewart, Commonwealth title on the line. Stick with us on the stream. Thank you. Well, we're back here at the weigh-in, and you just caught Sam Noakes mid-compliment there. What the jacket? Is that what you was asking?
Yeah, it's the matching pocket square with the inside.
Do you know what? It's come from inside, so you just pull it out.
Oh, it's coming from inside. Yeah, I ain't never seen one like that before.
But you look great. You look in great shape. You look ready to go, mate.
Yeah, well, getting a veteran now, and I've had the 15th time I've done this now, so I'm just looking forward to getting in there. I ain't really got a lot else to say. I imagine I'll probably look a bit worse tomorrow, but...
Well, listen, Gianluca Ceglia, a serious guy. I wasn't expecting too much up there. You know, you bring over someone who doesn't really speak the language. Monica did a great job up there translating. Gave you a little wink, gave you a little... He's ready to go.
Yeah, well, you know what? I thought when I walked in, I thought, yeah, he looks up for it. But obviously, like he said, he's been training since, obviously, April when we found out about this fight that was happening. And probably got more of a niggle than you thought you were going to get. So, listen, it only makes me want to do more anyway. It gets me going up for it more. It's actually enjoyable when you start going like that. Do you know what I mean? But listen, Friday come round soon enough, and as you say, all the talking be done then, and we'll see.
Is there ever a scenario where at a press conference it will actually end up making you look forward to the fight more, and you take some of that into the ring with you on Friday?
I think for me it's more like, obviously I prefer keeping it like amicable, everyone all sweet, but when they do that, I think, it gives me that little, because I don't know him. Do you know what I mean? It's just an opponent. But then obviously then people start saying stuff and you think, he's getting a little bit saucy there. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I just think, well now it's a little bit more, it's not just a business transaction, it's now you're getting personal. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like it will get. It'll only make me get more aggressive, I think, to be, if anything. Do you know what I mean? But
that sounds like bad news.
Yeah, for him. Yeah, not for me. It ain't. It's good for me, but not for him.
The streak. You're looking to get it going again. As I pointed out up there, he's a tough opponent to do it against, just like Yvonne Mendy was a tough opponent to try and keep it going against. You feel you can get it going again?
I think he's tough and durable. I don't think it's going to be no early night, without doubt. I'm going to have to be on my own game, otherwise it won't happen. But Iggy ain't a massive puncher. He ain't. He's not. I know he's fought at bigger, higher levels, whatever you want to say he has, but he ain't a big puncher. Do you know what I mean? And obviously he retired. Like Mendy had never been stopped, never been hurt, never been down. This geezer's shown weakness. Do you know what I mean? And I will find that.
Just on Mendy, he gave Denis Baranchyk a good fight for the European title a little while back, but he gave him a good fight. Denis Baranchyk has gone on to become a world champion. Now, if you have beaten Yvonne Mendy in better fashion than Denis Baranchyk, who is a world champion, what does that say about Sam Noakes?
That means I ain't even messing about, Dev. I mean, look, to be honest, that's a fight that I want. I would love to have that fight at the end of the year. And I think, obviously, having that same mutual opponent of Mendy, and then me, obviously, getting a shot out, winning, and him losing a few rounds, probably he only won by 3 or 4, didn't he? I think that fight makes the most sense. And I mean, if that ever got offered to me, I'll grab it with both hands for a world title, without a doubt.
Friday first, though.
Can't look past Friday. I mean, I reckon he's up for it. And I reckon it's going to be a good fight, fan-friendly fight, because he does just come forward. So I reckon it's going to be a good little...
Mason Massive there in force?
Yeah, there'll be a few people out there. I mean, Friday's not as good as Saturdays. Everyone likes getting on a jolly up, don't they? But there'll still be a lot of people watching, a lot of people making noise, and I just want to thank for everyone for always watching and coming and paying their money to come watch.
Top man. We'll let you go, Sam. Go do your thing.
Cheers,
Thank you very much. Well done at the presser today. You got into it a little bit.
Couldn't do it without you.
Top man. Masood Abdullah, I'm very well. How are you, my friend?
Good, feeling good. Yeah, just can't wait to get started.
I think you said up there, I just can't wait to punch something again. That something will be George Stewart, who you can see over doing a bit of media over there as well. You've now come face to face with George Stewart. What are your thoughts?
He's a nice guy. Just hopefully we have a good fight. My biggest concern is that I hope I perform well, and hope we give the fans a good fight.
That's a concern to you. You're worried. You're nervous about.
I don't care about the fight or anything like that. I just care about impressing my coaches and being able to do what they tell me to do, or what we've been working on, to be able to pull it off on the night. That's my biggest concern. So that's why I care about.
We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. How you're you very rarely smile. You're very rarely happy and sort of jokey after a fight. It's normally, even if you've knocked a guy out, you're just like, like you're looking to impress. So do you think we can get a smile out of you if you stop George Stewart Friday?
I smiled before the fights. I think I've smiled a couple of times in the fight. Yeah, hopefully. It depends if I perform and my coaches are happy and they give me the nod, then yeah, I'll be good.
What sort of fight are you expecting from him?
I have a feeling he's going to try and stay away for a little bit. He's going to try his best to keep the distance, keep me at bay. Eventually, I will hunt him down, and eventually, I'm going to get to my target. And when I do, then let's see how he deals with it.
You'll be Commonwealth champion if you pick up the win on Friday. Many good featherweights have held that belt, and you've got big plans. I heard you talking about Isaac Lowe up there. Big plans in this division.
Yeah, I mean, I've got ideas, I've got plans. I just need to bring it into reality. That's my objective now. I just want to develop, grow, get more titles, get more money, get more recognition, and then that's it. Just build up.
But you fancy that you're ready for guys like Isaac Lowe?
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm not to critique him too much. I feel like I'm above him anyways. I feel like he's been overcooked a little too long. He hasn't done too much. The best he's done is, I think, drew for the British title twice. But yeah, let's see.
Let's see. What will we see from Masood Abdullah on Friday?
Hopefully a explosive fight where I show good skills, good discipline, and just fan-friendly affair.
Okay. All right. Best of luck to you, Masood.
Thank you.
For speaking to us, and thank you for joining us. That was our press conference here. We are just hours away now from a big fight night, Friday night fights at York Hall. Now, York Hall, let me just give you something here. Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, huge fight coming up. Fury, Usyk, huge fight coming up. One thing they've all got in common, they have boxed at some stage in their career, in their life, at York Hall. We've got fighters in action on Friday who are going to box there, who want to get to the very, very top of the sport. We'll be live at 7 o'clock. Your main event, Sam Noakes, Gianluca Ceglia. Join us tomorrow for the weigh-in. Till then, we'll see you.